Hello and welcome to The Adventures of Mexi the Boat Dog. I write a book series and it's all about Mexi. And this story is the first one in the series, Mexi and the Moorhen, and I wanted to share it with you. Hi, my name is Mexi, and my mum and dad decided that we would move on to a narrowboat called Never Too Late. This book is the first of my adventures, living on the boat and the mischief as I meet and make new friends. Now I come along for the exciting journey. I was curled up snugly on my bed when I heard my dad coming downstairs. I was a bit shocked as it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I knew this meant we were going to another cart boot market to sell more of our furniture and bits. I would not say I liked getting up early, but I did not want to stay by myself. So I stretched and got up. The only good part of this day was sitting on my mum's knee, as there was no room in the back, and having part of their sausage sandwiches. I used to go with them to visit the boat. They were always very excited, but I did not understand why. It was just a long metal tube, and I could not see out of the windows. But I thought it would be good if they were happy, especially if it meant I could go paddling in water more often. We eventually moved out of the house and stayed in various places for a few weeks. We went for lots of lovely walks, and I was allowed to paddle in streams and dirty puddles. It was very exciting. I had many adventures, and different smells to explore each day. I thought this new life should be fun, as I have my mum and dad with me all the time, so I'm sure I would be spoilt rotten. All I had to do now was get used to the metal tube with the high windows that would be home. Today was the day we were moving on to the narrowboat. I will not tell fibs, I was nervous, but the good thing was that Canal, my best friend, a big black Labrador, was coming too for the day. I'm sure she would be brave and show me the ropes. It was a very hectic day. My mum and dad were extremely busy, and I did not understand what was going on, but I knew I'd be okay, as I was with them. I kept close to Canal, but she was more frightened than I. Even though she is big, I found out she was not very brave. This metal tube, which was now my new home, wobbled when I got on, which was scary. I had a bed under the dining table, making me feel safe. This was to be my bedroom now. The first night went well. I cuddled up on the settee all evening in the middle of Mum and Dad. At bedtime, I was taken out by my dad for a sniff round, and this is when I heard a moorhen. I was not keen on these ducks. I really do not know why. They'd never done anything to me. However, I came back in and slept well. But I did dream about the moorhen. I chased it and barked every time it came near. I will show it, I thought. The following day was great. Mum took me for a lovely early morning walk. I met a few ducks who I watched and smiled at. They were noisy, quacking at me. I do not think they knew I did not understand duck language, so I just watched as they swam about in the canal. I tried to paddle too, but I was told no, as I could not get on the boat wet. I looked sad, but it did not work. I still had to stay dry. Then I spotted the moorhen. That was it. It strangely looks at me and makes a funny noise. Unlike the lovely ducks who just quack at me, I ran as fast as possible and chased the moorhen until it jumped into the canal. I stopped as I knew what I'd been told, but I could not. I had to pursue it. Splash! I was in it up to my tummy. Oh no! I was in so much trouble. I did not even catch the pesky moorhen as it swam away, and I'm sure it laughed at me. I eventually climbed out of the water, looking very sheepish, as I knew I would be in trouble. I looked at her, and she melted as usual, so I got away with it this time. I was taken back to the boat for my breakfast, and Mum said I was naughty for chasing the moorhen and going in the water. After breakfast, Dad started to get everything ready for us to go on our first adventure. I was extremely nervous, and then the dreaded harness came out. I had not worn one for ages, as they knew I was not too fond of it. I heard them say that it was safer so they could pull me out if I fell in. What did they think? I was not going to fall in. I'm not silly. The engine started and I took up position on the seat to look out as I went along. I barked at the ducks to say goodbye as they watched as the boat moved out of the marina. We'd been staying there getting everything ready. It had lots of boats in it. I heard the humans saying that many people enjoy living on these narrow boats and some stay in the marina all the time. I bet that was nice, as then I would not have to leave the ducks I had made friends with. Oh well, I'm sure that I will make new friends along our journey. Not long into our journey, guess what I saw? Yes, a moorhen. They were everywhere. I kept barking and then running to the back of the boat, trying to scare them. But all I did was scare my mum, as she thought I would fall in. She really did not understand how much I disliked these little black ducks. I was on the lookout for them as we continued down the canal. I did see lots of lovely ducks, too, and I did not chase these to the back of the boat. Dad kept holding my collar to put Mum's mind at rest in case I fell in. I could spot a moorhen in the distance, and as soon as I heard that strange noise that they make, I was looking out for it to stare at it and try and make it scared. We moored up in the afternoon, which allowed me to go for a wander. I found some new ducks to make friends with. I watched them swim about and paddled near them. I had decided that the ducks would be my new friends whenever we were on the water. Then out of the corner of my eye, yes, you guessed it, I spotted the little black moorhen, coming to try and join the ducks. Me. I was not having any of this. I quickly jumped out of the water and ran and barked at the moorhen, trying to tell it to go away and leave us alone. It swam in the other direction, which gave me immense joy. My mum told me off and said I was naughty because it hadn't done anything to me. I suppose she was right, but I did not listen, and I kept the moorhen away from the ducks and me. I had to go back to the boat and lay on my bed because my mum was quite cross with me, chasing the moorhen and stopping it, joining in with the ducks and me. I lay there quite sad, as my mum really did not understand that I did not like the moorhen, so why should I be nice? Then I heard her telling my dad what I'd done. He came to speak to me and said that I really should be nice to the moorhen, because it only wanted to join in with the ducks and me. I thought about what he was saying and decided tomorrow I would try my hardest to be nicer. We were not going anywhere in the boat the next day, so I was allowed to play on the towpath. The ducks came to see me, and they even bought a goose too. I was a bit nervous about the goose. It hissed at me. I really do not know why. The ducks quacked at it loudly when the goose hissed at me, and Goosey backed off, making me happier. Then after we had been all paddling for a while, you guessed it, along came the pesky moorhen. I really did try to be good. I promise I only chased it a little bit. It swam away fast, and that made me smile. But just after I did that, the goose came up to me and hissed loudly, and it really scared me. So I jumped out the water and ran back to the boat to see my mum and dad, who had been watching everything. I thought they would cuddle me and tell me it would all be okay. Wrong. Mum said I was naughty for chasing the moorhen, and she said that how I was feeling, upset and scared, would be how the moorhen was feeling. Oh no, I thought to myself, that moorhen must be so sad too. The next day, before we left the mooring, I went to see if I could find my duck new friends to say we were leaving. They were all swimming around in the field just past the boat. The ducks, Goosey, and the moorhen were all together. Today, though, I did not chase the moorhen. I smiled at it and paddled gently near it. When I did this, it made Goosey happy because today she did not hiss at me. She just swam around as I paddled. I was proud of myself, and when I looked back, I could see my mum and dad smiling too, as they were happy that I was not chasing and picking up on the moorhen. So that morning, we all played in the water one final time before I had to say goodbye, as we were moving on to our next adventure. I hope you've enjoyed Mexi's first adventure in her new home, Never Too Late. A new adventure will be coming out very soon, so keep your eyes out. If you'd like to follow Mexi on her travels, you can find her on Instagram, Mexi Brown, the boat dog.
wagging her way down the waterway. She's got Goosey, Lucy, and Sammy Snail, Canada lab with a wiggly tail, Larry the llama and Logan too, Louise and Lenny, what a fuzzy crew. Ollie out and Henry, hear us say hi. As Mexi runs free, the open sky. She sees a Moorhen and off she goes, bouncing with joy from her head to her toes. Sticking him out, she's queen of the toe, paddling the canal where the lily pads grow. She's got Goosey, Lucy, and Sammy Snail, Canada lab with a wiggly tail, Larry the llama and Logan too, Louise and Lenny, what a fuzzy crew. Ollie out and Henry Heron say hi. As Mexi runs free 'neath the open sky, laying in puddles soaked to the bone, then shaking it off like she's queen of the throne. But come the evening, it's calm and still, by the warm fire she curls up at will. She's got stories to bark and dreams to chase, with love in her heart and mud on her face. From lock to meadow, from path to shore, Mexi the boat dog, who could ask for more? She's got Goosey, Lucy, and Sammy Snail, Canada lab with a wiggly tail, Larry the llama and Logan too, Louise and Lenny, what a fuzzy crew. Ollie, Al, and Henry Heron say hi. As Mexi lives large 'neath the big blue sky. So here's to the pup